All right. Wanted to take some time to really soak in what I wanted to say here about this game yesterday. Because going into it, I don't think Clemson fans had a great feeling about it. If you're a South Carolina fan, they were acting like they did. But I don't know how you really could have been too confident after being 4-7 prior to the game. Now 4-8, obviously. Things weren't going your way, just like they weren't going Clemson's way. South Carolina had home field advantage, but is it even a home field advantage when you get beat by Clemson every time you play in your own stadium since 2013? So, with that being said, Clemson absolutely outplayed South Carolina yesterday in all facets of the game, won the turnover battle. They had more penalties regardless of what everyone was saying in the media. The referees were atrocious both ways. Clemson did catch some breaks in the officiating, but not enough to sway the entire outcome of the game. Clemson was always going to win that game. They dominated at time of possession. They dominated at running the football. And Sellers was the only thing, honestly, that even kept them in the game. Their defense was atrocious stopping the run. They were atrocious getting to the quarterback. And Cade's not something to write home about in his career against South Carolina. He finished it with multiple wins against the team without ever throwing a touchdown pass. But here we have the pure class that is the South Carolina Gamecocks. Nothing new here if you're a Clemson fan, but I wanted to get it out there. The internet took storm. They had it all figured out anyway as soon as it happened yesterday. But this is the difference. This is the difference right here. And Clemson always has been, always will be, per Dabo, the university in the state of South Carolina. Because it is absolutely our state. Little brother, you find a nut now and then. You know, every dog has its day, but you just don't have that many. And you're never going to have enough to make this rivalry competitive. Not in my lifetime, at least. So, per usual, it's the see you next year. We'll be back. Even the head coach is on board with the we're going to be back next year in the playoff race. I know Gamecock fans don't really want to hear that, because why would you when you've never sniffed the playoff in the history of your school except for 1 year? You've never sniffed a championship in the history of your program. So, for always has been, always will be, our state.